guys, it's ASBYT and the Samsung Note 9 was launched yesterday, and I'm going to describe the phone in 5 words. Incremental upgrade, incredibly impressive, and disappointing. All 5 words that you might think don't make any sense in the same sentence, but I'll explain all 5 of them right now. Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and this video is going to be my first impressions of the new device from what we've seen so far and for what we've kind of already known for months. Now, first thing to note, I will be getting my hands on the Samsung Note 9 as soon as possible, and I will unbox and review for you guys, doing loads of different comparisons between other smartphones as well. I will of course be doing these videos so that hopefully you can get a more rounded view of the actual product. So if you do want to see those videos, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, you've turned on the notification bell so that when I post those videos, you are notified. Like I said, the Samsung Note 9 was launched in New York yesterday, and straight away I'm going to explain incredibly impressive. This phone has the latest and greatest from Snapdragon the 845 or the in-house Exynos 9810. The base model will run with 128GB of storage and 6GB of RAM, while you can upgrade to 512GB of storage with 8GB of RAM. And that is not all. On top of that potential 512, half a terabyte of storage, you can actually install up to 512 gigabytes of micro SD card expansion, which takes the total, as predicted, to 1 terabyte on a smartphone. A lot of computers don't have that. Also, one of my favourite specs of the Galaxy Note 9 is the battery. 4000 mAh capacity means that getting through the day should be absolutely no problem whatsoever. Now, in conjunction with the battery, we'll talk about the big marketing ploy that Samsung have gone with, and that is of course the S Pen. Now, the S Pen is electronic, it works by Bluetooth, so therefore it has a battery inside it. It can be charged, and this is absolutely brilliant. I think fully charged within a minute. So you just pop it back in the socket on the phone and it will charge within a minute. That is incredibly impressive, and that will last up to about, flash it on the screen here because I've forgotten off the top of my head, to be honest. Bam. Of course, carrying on with the S Pen, one of the main talking points about the S Pen at the launch was of course the fact that you can take photos, control your music, all of that sort of stuff with the S Pen like we expected. But they did actually show you can take a selfie, for example, or a group shot. Your hand's not on the phone, it's over there, and you've got a group and you can just take it using the S Pen, which on paper seems like quite a good thing. Me personally, I'd be questioning the fact that in the actual example, they rested the phone on a stand, and what do they expect you to do? Carry a phone stand around with you in case you want to take a group selfie? Where are you going to put the phone in order to then come across into a group, snap the shot? It's probably easy just to hold it, isn't it? As well as that, they also talked a lot about doing graphics and drawings, etc. in a slightly cheesy / cringy sort of interaction between the two. I must admit, it's not quite as cringy as these videos, but it was close. I mean, Mr. Doodle. I quite liked him, to be fair. Camera, as expected, has the same dual aperture primary camera sensor as the Samsung Galaxy S9, and it has the telephoto secondary lens as well. So it's pretty much exactly the same as the Samsung S9 Plus, but they've added artificial intelligence, which of course is everywhere in every single smartphone nowadays. They seem to think that this is the way forwards in terms of it being able to depict fruit, animals, humans, and change the sort of contrast and colours, etc. accordingly. I'm not sure whether I'll use this feature or not, but again, that will come up in the review when I do it. Now, as well as the Note 9, they also talked about the new tablet, the new Galaxy Watch, and I will be doing separate videos on those in the next few days. Now, in terms of design, it looks identical, like we predicted, as the Note 8. The only difference is the fingerprint sensor has been moved underneath the dual cameras, and the bezels top and bottom have been shrunk slightly, so we now have a 6.4-inch display. And that is, of course, the Super AMOLED Quad HD Plus display. Their screens are pretty much the best on the market. There aren't too many that come close, and that's going to be no different with the Note 9. The screen is going to be phenomenal. So I'm just now going to drop the price and the release dates right here, and these are going to be converted across many different currencies. Smartphone prices don't actually convert accurately across the globe, so it may be cheaper or more expensive than what is here, but it'll give you a rough idea. Shocked, surprised, happy, sad? Let me know in the comment section below. I've only done 2 of the 5 words, haven't I? So let's do the remaining 3 right now. Incremental upgrade. Yes, there's been a spec bump, but in terms of the overall package of the phone, it is an incremental upgrade. And now onto my final word before I conclude this video, and that's disappointing. And it's the fact that I'm disappointed because the actual launch, like I mentioned in my video 2 days ago, it was basically completely pointless. All of the suspense, all of the excitement was ruined by the fact that every single shred of information had already been leaked. We had specs, images, videos. What's actually the point in having a live launch anymore? It just takes away a little bit of the fun. It's almost like seeing the presents on Christmas Eve for Christmas Day, unless you're from Germany or Sweden, I think, where they do presents on Christmas Eve. Slightly off topic. You learn a new thing every day here. And even in the audience at the Unpacked event in New York, you could kind of hear the muted applause when every new feature was announced, because everyone in the audience already knew what was coming. So to sum up, the two main standout points for me are the bump up in terms of storage and the bump up in that battery. The biggest point for me, looking at it, my first impressions, the battery for me could be a real killer feature. Having 4000 mAh in a Samsung device, optimized using the Snapdragon 845, could be really, really impressive. And again, we will test it as soon as we get it on the table here, as well as showing you exactly all the best features. And of course, honestly, like with every video on this channel, there will be some negatives from my personal point of view, and I will of course let you guys know, as there are downsides to every product. Like I said, if you want to see those videos, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, turn on the notification bell so that when I post those videos, you are notified. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it and found it helpful. Follow my other social medias, Twitter and Instagram, if you are interested in seeing photos, video samples, etc. as and when I do get the phone. I love you and leave you. I'll see you in the next one. ASBYT, peace out.